We've all experienced a physically, mentally, and emotionally draining workday or shift. And most of us have struggled with the transition back into our home life, where our family, friends, or others are waiting. The worst fight I ever got into with my wife was as preceded by the following event. I was a paramedic at a station downtown. We responded to a call at 2 a.m. What we didn't know at the time is that a young woman had recently become engaged to her boyfriend. She was celebrating with her immediate family in their small apartment. Her jealous ex-boyfriend had gotten word that she was celebrating and flew into a rage. He had driven over to their apartment and shot each family member in a row, one by one. Arriving after the first officer into the shooter's life, I was first on scene to multiple victims. I quickly triaged and chose the mother as my best chance for survival. We rushed her to the hospital, and I had to give her a needle thoracostomy to help her breathe. The call was a rush. My team and I had to use all of our skills quickly and efficiently to try and save a life. I was amped for the rest of the night and had trouble going back to sleep. When I got home, before I had a chance to say anything, my wife said that she had had the worst day. She explained that she had pulled over to change a flat tire in her car en route to her job. This had made her 10 minutes late to work, and her boss had given her a hard time. Hearing this story, I was thinking, really? You think that's a bad day? Had I been able to switch gears for my own stuff, I could have realized that she really did have a bad day. If I had had more self-awareness, I would have acknowledged and validated this with her, regardless of what I was thinking. A bad day is relative to anyone's experience, and clearly I did not handle this well. In retrospect, having a flat tire, being late to work, and getting reprimanded is a bad day in a normal civilian life. And we have to remember that we live outside of that normal. Sometimes we don't even realize what we bring back, and it may be unavoidable. But there are a few things I've found to be helpful in managing my transition. First, I've reframed the way I view my drive home. Now I look forward to the time that I have on my commute to decompress and just acknowledge what I experienced and how I'm feeling. If I'm tense, irritable, or disconnected, I just acknowledge and try to accept this. Then I move towards something I know will help me de-stress or reconnect. Sometimes this is a deep breathing exercise, or listening to my favorite podcast or music, or I'll call and connect with someone I know can relate to my experience. Sometimes it's just someone I know will put me in a good mood. I've learned that it can take 18 to 24 hours to unwind from being on shift. It can take almost a full day to reconnect with our emotions, our families. However, I've found that the more awareness I have about this process, the less time it takes me to get there. Second, the question I've learned to ask my wife if she presents me with a problem is whether she needs me to listen or needs me to fix. This simple question has saved us from dozens of arguments. If she needs me to listen, I just try to shut my mouth and be supportive. Honestly, this has significantly improved our relationship and communication overall. Third, I make sure to communicate my needs with those around me. If I need a little more space at home or time to sleep after a restless shift, I've learned how to communicate this sooner rather than later. I set personal boundaries around my time and prioritize what is most important to me without overextending myself. To be crystal clear, this is an ongoing process, and I have by no means mastered this at all. I've mostly learned from trial and error, and I've had my fair share of setbacks. These are just some of the skills I've learned to help me become more resilient. I hope you found this helpful and can use some of these skills as you adapt and grow in your own career. Good luck.